1921, joined the Baptist Church and became involved in WMU work there. And then in the association, she was so interested in women being involved in knowing about missions and being active in missions and praying for missions. And she would, at that time, the state WMU had what was known as field workers that did enlistment work in the state, in the churches, to try to get women involved in WMU work. And they would come, my mother would have one of the state workers lady to come and stay with us, and then she would make arrangements for her to go and speak in the churches, in the associations, to try to get them to organize a WMU in the church. And that was a good experience. I remember going one time, one of the state workers came, and my mother had made contact with the church out at Hamilton, which is out from Bay Minette. And the ladies either did not receive the letter, or in some way they misunderstood, I guess, the time. And we at that time, my oldest brother, that Daddy had a truck without a cab, an old truck, and he drove, and I remember going, and we went to the church, and there was nobody there. We had the state lady with us, the worker, and so it was lunchtime, and my mother then had just a little check that she had gotten from selling. They sold cream to the creamery in Robertsdale. And so she went to a little country store, and the man didn't want to take the check. And so we didn't get any lunch. But anyway, it was things like that I remember, and going to other churches in the association, going with her. She was so interested, as we said, in getting the ladies organized and being involved in mission work.
Her house, and it was, getting late, and I was thinking, well, what? Where could they be? These little women off in the car somewhere. And coming home, though, I think they had just got delayed, and it had rained. And when we got home, my grandmother said, she said they were all worried, and they kept praying and praying. And she said, now we've already prayed. Now we just trust. And I think that's one thing that I would say for my grandmother's legacy. She has such trust and dedication to the Lord's work. She wanted to see people be involved in missions. So she wanted the church here at Summerdale to grow, and we always laugh. She wanted people to do right. She thought they ought to do. We always told her, get her a do right church, but she wanted people to be involved and to be dedicated, and valued women in the church. Women were important, and they had a role and service that they could perform and do. And she was very faithful and dedicated to that. And she learned, you trust the Lord. Trust Him.
Do things too that other people thought you just might not be able to do. She would say, we can do that, and she'd just figure out a way that could be done. She would be so happy to know that the scholarship fund provides, the scholarship for the young girls that would really please her.
And like I said, I think that's something she valued that. And she was so interested in missions and the work that women could do. They can make a difference. And so to know that the scholarship is going that way, I think that would be a great value to her, and she would be honored by it. Not that she would, as my mom says, not that she cares that Annie Rhodes is on the name, but that it's going somewhere that can really make a difference for people. And I think she would be greatly honored.